Okay.
Welcome to the special meeting of the Sandusky City Commission, August 7th, 2023. We'll have an invocation offered by myself, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Lord, please be with our government officials and their staff as they deal with the challenges of today. Give them wisdom on how to best represent everyone. We also ask that you give our leaders courage so that even when it's hard, they will continue to boldly represent their constituents' needs and those of the most vulnerable among us. Amen.
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 I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Byers, you call the roll.
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. Murray?
Here.
Mr. Brady?
Here.
Mr. Bajali?
Here.
Mr. Waddington?
Here.
Mr. Harris?
Here.
Mr. Meinzer?
Here.
Mr. Poole?
Here.
Commissioners, this commission has completed the interviews of the two candidates that we had selected as the finalists for the position of city manager. Both candidates interviewed extremely well, and both possess the credentials and the attributes that this commission believes are necessary to lead this city. The search for a new city manager has been a longer than expected journey. This task, conducted by the professionals of the Slavin Group, has been both a lengthy and a thorough process. John Orzak's role as our interim city manager has given us the luxury of time to conduct a thorough search for the right person to fill this job. Today, that search comes to its conclusion. Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion to hire a permanent city manager.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Waddington.
I make a motion that we hire John Orzak as the permanent city manager.
Second.
Been a motion and a second discussion.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Murray.
and I agree with everything you just said about the candidates that we had an opportunity to review and also interview. It was a lengthy and thorough process. What surprised us, because we didn't know that John had the strength that he had to be a city manager, was it just kind of snuck up on us. We didn't know that we were conducting an interview throughout this entire period of time, but we were. And your service as an interim city manager makes us terribly confident that you will be able to lead the city for the next number of years and do it with distinction and do the city proud. So thank you for your service as interim city manager. Thank you for your patience throughout this period. And I want to assure the public that we have the best possible city manager going forward.
Commissioners.
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Waddington.
I'd like to echo what Mr. Murray said, and then also what impressed me about John over the last 6-7 months, his willingness to meet with, like Commissioner Bajali, Mr. Meisner, and we didn't have to look over our shoulders. John's been very upfront and honest. Some of the stuff that he shared with me wasn't what I particularly liked, but he was right. He told it like it was, and you got to appreciate that for somebody that's upfront and honest, and that sold me on John. So I do appreciate that, meeting with us and being upfront. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Poole.
we're fortunate to have John as our city manager. He has certainly proven over the last 6-8 months that he's been the interim, that he's more than capable of doing it, and I'm just happy to vote yes to hire him.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Harris.
I would just like to say that, over the last few months, I've been approached by more than a few people, a mixture of residents and business owners saying, hey, Blake, do whatever it takes to get Orzak. And while, although at one time I surely didn't think that was possible, I'm glad that we're making it possible today. And I must say that I believe a lot of people will be happy, and them approaching us just speaks to the great deal of confidence that they have in you. So yeah, we're glad to have you on board full time. So thank you.
Mr. Bajali.
Mr. Chairman, I would agree with everything that's been said around the table. I think although this was a
more lengthy process than we thought it would be. It gave us a chance to test drive John, and the results were real good. I have been impressed with the way you've handled the situation. I guess the way I look at it is, where would we have been without you? So I appreciate what you've done and look forward to working with you in the future.
And I think, Mr. Chairman, if I may,
Mr. Murray?
with respect to the test drive, it's my understanding that we'll have an executive session at the end of our next meeting, and where we'll figure out what the car is going to cost.
That's correct. Pretty sure we can negotiate a settlement.
Tax entitled.
Mr. Meinzer?
Well, I wasn't going to speak up just because I have a T-shirt on. I didn't want to. But since Wes already did it, as usual, I knew Wes couldn't be quiet. So, yeah, congratulations, John. I actually wrote John in on our review list. He gets 7 candidates, and I wrote John Orzak at the bottom. So the only thing hard for me is going to be saying Mr. Orzak instead of Chief Orzak. So congratulations. I'm pretty happy with the results.
John gave us his word on November the 8th that he had no intention of applying for this position. And yet he agreed to serve in the role for as long as it took us to come to this decision. I don't think he thought it was going to take us 9 months. He never applied for this position. That's a key point, though. It was our commission that reached out to John to determine his willingness to continue to serve the city in a permanent role. And, you know, just as so many long journeys end up with a return home, I think today this commission is returning home to one of its own. So thanks, John, for taking this role. With that, I'll ask Ms. Myers to call the roll on that motion.
Yes, Mr. President. Mr. Murray?
Aye.
Mr. Brady?
Yes.
Mr. Bajali?
Yes.
Mr. Wantington?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mr. Meinzer?
Yes.
Mr. Poole?
Yes.
That motion is carried, and we have a permanent city manager. Mr. Orzak, you have something to say for yourself. What did I get myself into?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm very honored and humbled, and have enjoyed working with each of the commissioners. As I had expressed, I don't think anybody on this commission or myself had anticipated this coming, but I've really grown a lot professionally, getting to work with an amazing staff and the chiefs, the directors, and all the city staff, and watching them do the hard work that, we made a promise back in November that we're going to try to keep the bus wheels on and keep the city moving. And, without all of the players doing their jobs and the teamwork and collaboration, the guidance and leadership of commission, I wouldn't be in this position right now. So I definitely want to thank the staff and all the city workers for a tremendous amount of support, and the commission as well as all the leadership. Honored and humbled. I've been with the city almost 26 years now, and I didn't anticipate this, but I look forward to us working together and working with the citizens and continuing the momentum that's going in Sandusky, and all the challenges that'll come, we'll deal with head on. And I apologize for being too honest, Mr. Waddington, but sometimes that gets me in trouble. But yeah, that's what you're going to get. I'm an upfront guy, and I don't want to change my ways. I think it's important to be open and transparent, and all our interactions with each other. So that's what I promised that I'll continue to do. And like I said, I'm humbled and honored that I'm serving the city in this capacity, and I thank each of you.
With that, I will entertain a motion